Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's go here today. The market is actually breaking a lot lower, unfortunately, but what I will say is that it is starting to break below some of our key trend lines that we have been watching over the past couple days. So it is pretty good to see that the market is still moving with some good momentum, and I feel like we could have caught some pretty good plays to the downside here so far today, but looking at the market overall, obviously SPY has been tumbling down here in a terrible way. Obviously, this is not what you want to see out of the SPY, but, you know, we've been talking about puts quite a bit on the channel and everything like that, so it looks like the puts are going to be playing out quite well, at least at the moment they are. You can see AMD is still shooting down, the SPY is still around lows, Nvidia's down. On my watch list, FedEx really set a bad tone for us today. Ever since yesterday, they came out with this terrible news where the CEO said they're going to be cutting costs and withdrawing their 2023 guidance after the first quarter shipments disappoint. That is terrible news. I also saw that their CEO just said that the economy could enter into a worldwide recession. That was the big thing I kept seeing this morning, was the news about the recession, but yeah, nonetheless, though, this is insane. Several analysts bail on on FedEx. Wow, so some analysts are actually gone. Looks like JP Morgan's Brian Ossenbeck says he downgrades the shares to neutral. Dang, that's terrible to see. Stifle's J. Bruce Chan said the results will likely weigh across the industry. Yeah, I bet this is hurting UPS today. I would bet that. Oh, yeah. Definitely hurting UPS today. Wow, though. FedEx stock took a tumble, though, guys. I mean, we closed yesterday around 205, and now we're at 156 just after market open. I mean, talk about a crazy move to the downside, guys. That is just nuts. But there's AMD still falling off, having an insane move off to the downside there again. Hopefully it can get even lower, but then SPY. What else do we have running to the downside? I see airlines are down. UAL, AAL, those stocks are down quite a bit. CZR falling off. AMZN or Amazon. Damn, that's not what you want to see out of Amazon. Visa, yeah, not good there. CRSR, CRM. Man, everything's down today. I only have a couple stocks green today on my watch list, and that's Moderna, mRNA, barely green, Pepsi, who, again, barely green. AbbVie was green a little bit, I saw. SOXS is green, but this pretty much follows, it's going to go up when the market goes down, so. Or at least with semiconductor stocks, that's the case with this one. Dominion Energy's green. CVS is in the green. So not too bad, really. Not too bad there. I will say the big thing that I'm happy about is that even though a lot of these stocks are down, they are moving with good momentum. So I feel like we're able to actually find some good trades. Like right here at open, if you would have just been waiting for a drop below this key support of 145, could have caught a good play. Same thing with AMD, you know, just waiting for that big drop at open. You see it, maybe enter quickly into a scalp. Same thing with DraftKings even. I mean, lots of these stocks are pulling back below key support levels from intraday yesterday. CCJ. Wow, these things are falling back, guys. That's insane, but thank you guys for joining up today. Kenya, Jamie, Bill, Keisha, Vicky, Mike Chang, Drake. Seriously, thank you guys. I think that's pretty good. Drake says, should I sell my charge point long term? You know, that's a really tough one to say. I don't think I'd just sell charge point here, though. I don't know where you own it at. That's going to be the main issue, but no, I would not sell this one. I think you're still fine to hold charge point. It might go down a little bit over the next couple months or something, but I still think that it's at a pretty good price, and charge point's holding up actually a lot better than almost anything else. So very interesting. Mike Chang says, I'm so scared of this market. I don't see a silver lining anywhere. There are so many negative events going on in this world where I can't make a bullish case for anything. I know, Mike. I feel you there. Very tough right now to make a bullish case in the market, but you know, I will say it's not the absolute worst. Like, we are still seeing some stocks hold up. For example, if we look at like DraftKings on a daily, like, it is down today, of course, but look at it off of its recent low. It's actually still up quite a bit, which is good. Now, I will say in like Apple's case, then obviously it's a lot worse, but it's obviously on a stock by stock basis. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Keisha, I see it now. I didn't know what you meant. I had no idea what you meant. I see what you're saying now, Keisha. Thank you so much, though, for pointing it out. Seriously, at first I was like, what? I had no idea, but dang. Thanks, Keisha. I appreciate that. Sorry about that, guys. There's like special hotkeys that you have to press to switch the screens back over, and obviously, you know, sometimes you press the button and it just doesn't go, like a little lag. You gotta click it twice. So sorry about that. But there it is. Now you can see the charts. There's Apple there on the 5 minutes. Sorry for that, guys, but yeah, there's Apple here moving below 150 actually, having a pretty bad bounce, which is not good at all there. Playing Apple off to the downside today. This was actually my free day trade in the Discord today, so I actually had Apple though up above 151, which happened before market open, and then when the market opened, we tanked right back below it instantly almost. So then we had Apple below 150. So it looks like below 150 or 149.90 right now is working out pretty well. Hopefully it can keep going down though, but yeah, Keisha, no problem. Thanks for saying that. I kept reading it, you know, like in my mind, and I was like, is it me? But I can't see anything. I was like so confused, but thanks for the explanation though. That's awesome. You guys always come in clutch whenever we need some help, you know, so that's funny. But yeah, there really is no silver lining today, Mike. I mean, only silver linings with a couple stocks lately. Like I said, DraftKings was holding up okay yesterday at least. Obviously, though, today it's not really moving too well. But yeah, you're right. Very tough to find any silver linings, and I am definitely worried for the longer term as well. I know that I've been watching this trend line on the SPY lately. So guys, if you guys are into technical settings or technical setups and patterns or anything like that, look at the SPY right now. SPY is actually breaking down below the key trend line that we've been talking about the past few days, and it's breaking in a big way, well below 390, which has been that big level that we've been talking about lately as well, all the way down now to 384. The only unfortunate thing with this SPY move is that a lot of the move, we can see it started happening yesterday right around market close. So unless you got in yesterday and got pretty lucky, you probably didn't get to play that play to the downside today, given that all of it happened in after hours and then in pre-market today. So definitely crazy movement, crazy news that was coming out with FedEx and everything like that. But I hate it whenever we miss these moves down because of pre-market and after hours. You just can't trade the options during, well, I guess on SPY you can trade options a lot longer, but still I don't think it's that long. And looking at the options here overall, I mean, it would have been a tough trade anyways with the after hours movement. I really dislike that. I hope that one day the market just almost never closes. I think that would be the way to go. I would have to have like a big alarm on my computer with like a ton of alerts. So like if something happened, it would like blare a big sound in the middle of the night. And I would probably think it's a burglar, but it's a damn, it would be like spy dying or something. It'd be like a nice alarm. It would be like, wake the hell up, wake the hell up, or something like that. Or spy is dying. I don't know what I would have it say, but it would have to say something. That is a big move down, though, guys. Seriously, last night was insane with the way the market was dropping. It was nuts. But yeah, we're really breaking below that trend line, though, so it's definitely getting scary here. Like Mike said, that's for sure. I will say there's a pretty big support coming up right around, like, man, I'm seeing really close to, like, 380.50. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, like, right around, well, yeah, right around like 380.50, 380.65. Something really close to like 380.50. Give or take a few cents, but yeah, 380.50 is going to be the next level I'm looking at down. I could see that happening pretty safely, especially with the way the SPY is breaking below this key recent support. That is a big breakdown, guys, below 390. I mean, that is a very clean break. Nice movement and insane. Drake says, where do you think Meta's support is? Let's see. Thanks, Mike Chang, too. Appreciate you. Yeah, Meta's support's a tough one, Meta's been an insane stock lately to the downside. Obviously, it's been a little bit unfortunate in that sense, but big support. We're kind of like really close to one. Let me turn off. Let's see. Big support. Honestly, there's a huge one by 140. Anywhere between like 138 and 140, I see big support on Meta. So that's going to be a big spot. But the way that we're moving right now and the way that we're really close to there, I would not be surprised if we ended up, maybe going below 140. I would not be too surprised, but I really hope that's not the case. I own some Meta, and honestly, ever since I bought it, the stock has gone exactly the opposite direction. So honestly, not the best moves lately out of that one for me, which is all right. I'm not too upset by that, but it's definitely not good news. Definitely not good news. I think I'm down on Meta today. Yeah, I'm down $1,000 on it already. And I bought it last week. My average price is 168.10. 168.10. So pretty close to that, to the middle of that little range up there. But yeah, that one big drop on Monday was really what it took. Mike Chang says, me too. I got Meta at 222. Nice one. 222. Hopefully you can average in here soon and bring your price way down. That would be really nice. Hopefully you don't have too much of it, but I'm looking to still average into my position as well. Yeah, these stocks are tough right now, though. DraftKings, Meta, Kraft. Kraft I'm pretty good on right now, but Meta and DraftKings are a little tough. Meta, I should just waited a couple months on Meta. I got in like right on the wrong day. One day early. It's alright though. Time in the market's better than timing the market, they say. So pretty much on this drop down, I'm going to be averaging into Meta even more. Hopefully we can bring the price down a lot. Let's see though, let's eye up longer term support for Meta. So we said 140, but earlier, below 140, I see, wow. Scary down here. Below 140, I see right around 135, 134. Another big support there. Mike says, we all should have gotten out earlier this year when we had the chance. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Good thing, though, only 4 shares. That's good, though, Mike. I think that's good. You'll be able to average in quite well in the meta. I like that. It's a good play. Good play, Mike. I think that's smart, Mike. Pretty good. I'm actually selling some covered calls here on my DraftKings for next week. Selling 4 of the $20 strike calls for 160 bucks. Let's go look at DraftKings real quick. Might not be bad. $20 calls for next week. Oh, that's a tough one. DraftKings is pretty close to 20 bucks, I will say. It's pretty close. Could easily get up there and break. I don't want that to happen. Could do $21.50. That would probably be a little bit smarter. Play that double top up there. Probably enter it next week on Monday. Don't let me forget that, though, guys. Hopefully Monday we can enter into some nice covered calls on DraftKings if it starts to fall back down a little bit. Or maybe even later today if it starts to look better. But right now I think I'll wait a little bit. I really want to do that 20 strike, though, which I think is probably going to hold up. But we'll have to see. 4 shares is good, though, Mike. I think that's a great price to average in the meta. 4 shares at 222. You could grab 4 more shares somewhere down here and bring your price like way down. So, good job. I think it's not bad. DraftKings. What else we got moving today? How's Disney? I know we had some good news yesterday between Disney and DraftKings. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Poor Disney's still moving back down now. Unfortunately. That's too bad. I hope Meta doesn't keep falling down. I'm gonna have to add money into the small account here if that keeps falling down. Of course, not today. It'd be over the next couple weeks or something, but it would have to take a pretty big tumble. Meta would have to go from where it is now down to like 120 within like 2 weeks. It is possible, though. Hell, I would definitely say it's possible given what we've been doing this week. This week, what did we do? We went from 170 down to 146. Definitely a big move. Over 20 points. If you count that pre-market move, Monday. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 or 2 minutes. I will be right back. Go ahead and let me know what stocks you want me to watch in the comments, and we'll eye those up. I know Keisha's been on fire this week, so Keisha, what are you playing? Definitely be interested to hear that. I know a lot of people in here were also kind of up with that too. Bravo says, wow, things cracked overnight. I guess it's that quad witching. You know, I don't really believe in quad witching too much, Bravo. Every single time there's a quad witching, everybody freaks out about it, but it never really moves the market. Honestly, the thing really moving today is FedEx. FedEx is seriously the big bad news hitting the market today. Terrible news with the CEO talking about recession, and then they withdrew their guidance and put out terrible guidance now, or obviously it's hard for them to get the guidance even because it's so bad, but obviously they pulled that guidance and they said Q1 shipments disappointed, so terrible. They're going to close 90 offices and 5 corporate locations and defer hiring. So pretty bad news for them. Then they said that there could be global recessions going on. Like their CEO said he could see a worldwide recession. That's insane. That is not good. So, wow. Yeah, I know, Bravo. We went down overnight because FedEx came out with this news yesterday. See, it came out Thursday, right at market close. That's when FedEx came out with the news, was actually just after market close, like an hour after. That's why, see how FedEx's chart really kicked it off, Bravo? Like, FedEx was moving kind of down with the SPY all day long, and then FedEx and after hours really sent us down. FedEx started popping, and man, it drug everything down. Look at that drop there. That is nuts. It didn't, Bravo. Look at that. The second market closed, FedEx, got destroyed. SPY was actually holding up for a couple more minutes before I think people started realizing what happened. And then as we went, it started to go down. FedEx was right at close, just bam. VIX. Do I see us at 30 to 35, lower or higher? Uh-oh. Let's see on that daily chart. Wow, that's a big break here on VIX, right around 28, Bravo. Yeah, you're right. It really isn't that high. That has been one of the issues lately with VIX, in my opinion, is that it's been kind of having this type of crazy movement where, like you said, it's just not really getting all that high. Like, it's not breaking up above 35 or anything like that like we've seen. I don't know, though. I will say this setup is starting to look pretty bullish on it. Hopefully we don't have another thing like 2020. Honestly, Bravo, I could see us, in my opinion, I think I could see us getting to 30 to 35, somewhere between there. I think that is definitely doable here. Bravo says if we're not above 35 on VIX, mean market bottom, not in. Yeah, I know there's a lot of data suggesting that. A lot of data suggests $36 on VIX is the ultimate buying signal on SPY. Especially over the past year. Yeah, I feel you, Bravo. I feel like, honestly, I feel like VIX could almost go higher than 36 over the next few months. I hope that's not the case, but it's definitely getting to be that scary type of time in the market, that's for sure. And it is starting to get some good momentum here. What I will say is watch for another gap, kind of like back here before COVID with VIX. We had that nice gap up. I feel like that could happen again here today. Big gap. Keisha's sitting on her hands today watching J&J and PFE, though. Nice, Keisha. Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer. Pfizer's not looking bad. I know Moderna was looking pretty good earlier, so I'm sure it's following along with Pfizer, considering they're usually moving together. Wow, yeah, not bad. Pfizer, though, looked pretty hot, Keisha, not gonna lie. Intraday, it's like the only thing I see moving consistently up, besides SPXS. SPXS isn't bad. I'll give it that, but That's pretty awesome, Keisha. PFE's having a good day. Very nice. Hey, good morning, Booshing off. With interest rates dropping and the inflation steadily being a problem, why aren't we lower than the June lows? Aren't conditions worse than June? Let's see, are we looking on SPY? Let's look. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying here, Booshing. You know, I would say technically, I guess conditions are worse than June right now. But what I will also say is that in June, I think that this big drop in June was right whenever we had a really bad inflation report at the time. Whereas it just caused a lot of momentum there in the short term. And then the market started recovering. And for a little while, people were thinking that we were back on a true recovery. But, you know, as we can see now, that is not the case. But I definitely feel what you're saying about the market being worse now than before. And I think it is. I think the conditions are worse right now. But what I will say is that the market doesn't always trade to, you know, the conditions or the news. It's all about hype and short-term volatility and what's leading the headlines that day and everything like that. This week with the bad CPI report, it just kind of set a bad tone, and ever since that happened, we have not been able to get away from it. Who knows, over the next month we might be well below 365, and then, you know, then we'll be looking at June like it was actually a blessing. But yeah, it's all about that short-term volatility. For a little while there, you know, companies started recovering. Like Apple almost went back up and hit a high for a little while. Like, you know, it was insane. But now there's more companies cutting guidance. We've seen a lot of bad earnings come out. It's been a rough earnings season too. Bravo says TNX new all-time high this year. Ooh, I don't know about all-time high. What's the all-time high on it? Let's see. Oh gosh. Well, Bravo, definitely not all-time high, but I see what you're saying. In the short term, I would say definitely like I would think we could see a new, like, you know, 10-year high or something. I think that's doable. Yeah, like we got to go back to like 2010 to find rates of this level. I see what you're saying, Bravo. That max daily is insane, though. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're not going to get those low interest rates anytime soon, are we, guys? Damn. Got to get those lower interest rates for the housing market, you know? I'm trying to get out here and buy a house. We need, we need rates lower. I just need a big dip on TNX back towards 150. If we get back down to 150, I'll be happy. Or 1.5. That'd be nice. I know this isn't the 30-year either, but 30 years pretty close. Usually follows along pretty well. That is a big break, though, Bravo. Really big. I could see this TNX hitting 4 or higher. Hopefully 4 is a big resistance there. Bravo says, okay, where would I buy SPY? 380 to 378? I want to buy slowly instead of jumping in. Buy at 380 and again at 370 and 360, but I'm not confident. Let's go look, actually. Yeah, it might take a little bit longer than that. We might have to aim a little bit lower, Bravo. That might be the only issue there, is aiming lower. So Bravo, looking at the SPY here, looking at normal price action, over the past like 5 to 10 years, SPY is still actually overextended in my eyes. I could see it falling down even more, possibly, in my eyes, back to like 340. If we're able to break down below 360, which to me, 360 is going to be the big support on SPY, is somewhere like 360. I think that'll be huge. But I could see us going even lower, possibly down to like 340 or even 320. The big thing is, Bravo, like you said, you don't want to get in too early and you want to average in nice and slow. You don't want to go too quickly. And obviously, you want to try to time the bottom as much as you can. But, if you're just getting in a little bit week by week by week, once we get to 360 or lower or something like that, I feel like that could be a really good way to go. That way you're not, overdoing it too early. And if it does keep going lower, you can just keep averaging in there. So I think that's a smart way to go, Bravo. And I think it's really smart what you're doing there with SPY. I think that's a really smart way to trade it, and sounds like a pretty good strategy, actually. I'll be right back, though, guys. Give me 1 or 2 minutes. Gonna go intraday chart on the SPY on the 1 minute really quick, and I will be right back. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Alrighty, guys, I am back. Sorry for that, but we are back here live on the stream, of course, and here's SPY starting to actually come back up a little bit today, which is quite interesting. But I know we've been talking a lot about getting in for the longer term lately. Let's talk about maybe some of these intraday plays a little bit more. Let's go see how BLNK is looking. Oh man, yeah, I know Blink was actually doing quite well yesterday morning, early on at least, with that good EV news from Biden, but yeah, falling right back off now to the downside. I know Roblox is down 7%. They were getting some terrible news yesterday around market close as well. What a bad drop with Roblox, guys. Look at that daily on them. They've actually been holding up a little bit well, but now that they're falling off, I mean, man, if they break below, this 35 support, who knows how low they could get. Or Square looks like it's gonna tumble down. Wow. That actually looks pretty brutal there. Poor Square. That's actually a really bad looking daily chart on Square, guys. I don't know about you guys, but that looks terrible to me. Looks like we're going to easily break below probably $64 here sometime soon in the short term. Looks like below 64 is definitely doable, guys. Wow. Yeah, Keisha, I like earlier how you were talking about Johnson & Johnson. That thing's looking hot today. Oh, now it's starting to slow down. It was looking really hot earlier, though, whenever we were looking at it. Still looking pretty good. I like the daily on it overall. Definitely not bad. Keisha said something about SoFi, too. Waiting for a re-entry on SoFi. Next week's expiration. It's not done. I hope it's not, Keisha, but wow, I feel like it's going to start selling off here. TTWO. Take-Two Interactive. Hopefully this one dips down. Guys, if you guys have ever heard of Grand Theft Auto, the video game, Take-Two Interactive makes Grand Theft Auto. And whenever Grand Theft Auto 6 starts to come out, I think that Take-Two Interactive might start to explode. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been a big project, guys. A huge project that's been going on and on and on. And I don't even think that they can really release it until a new console comes out, because the current PS5 is like not powerful enough or something. And the powerful Xbox, of course. They're just not quite powerful enough. They're quite powerful, just not enough. CRM. Yeah, my computer here that costs like, you know, $5,000, just, you know, no console can touch that as far as capability. Considering one part in the computer costs almost double what the console costs. PLTR, Palantir today. How's that? Palantir? Palantir's actually pointing back up over the past few minutes, guys. Not bad. My watch list is becoming more and more green. You know what is interesting is Lucid. Lucid is going green today. There we go, Lucid Motors. What's happening there? Wow, that's insane, guys. Lucid is seriously having an insane move. That is insane. Let's go, Lucid. Breakout. Come on, keep going. 1730. Up 5.7%. Hell yeah, Lucid. Let's go. Nice. Is Meta recovering? Oh. Meta's probably not going to come up for us. It's okay. GLD's moving. McDonald's. GLD. I don't like GLD right now. It's not my favorite to trade lately, that's for sure. I've been liking a lot of other stocks, though. To the upside and the downside. Dang, Kraft really fell off here. Looking at the daily on Kraft, I mean, wow. Fell right below 35. Now it's going to have some trouble getting back up through there. That's great. Pfizer's daily still looks pretty good, Keisha, just like J&J. Not bad. See, J&J, is it still moving? Hey, J&J came back. There we go. No red 5-minute candles for us yet. Yeah, Bravo says they'll buy whenever VIX is 30 or higher. I feel you there, Bravo. Anytime VIX is higher than 30 or 35, they always say that it's go time. That would have been true the last time. Actually, the past 5 times it would have been true. Actually, the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The past 8 times it would have worked out. That's hilarious. Let's see. If you would have bought SPY last time VIX touched 35, which was on June 13th. Let's go see what SPY did on June 13th. You would have had to buy on June 13th, though. Okay. So you would have been buying pretty close to the bottom on SPY. Not the lowest, but still pretty close. Did I have that wrong? Hang on. Nope, yeah, June 13th. A couple days later on the 16th, it retested 35. Bravo says they bought SPY and Disney, just a few shares. Nice, Bravo. I think that's smart to do. At least to start to average in, I think that's really good. Like, if you keep averaging in, you'll probably, like on Disney, your average will probably end up somewhere around, 92 to 95 maybe. Should be nice. If Disney goes even lower on the daily, I mean, you could average in really low. So, nice job, Bravo. Thanks for sharing with us. I think that's a good thing to do. Very nice. You'll have to remind me of this in a couple months when SPY and Disney start going up. You better come back and remind me. That'd be nice. Hopefully they start popping up for us. Wow, Bravo, look, you bought and SPY's turning around. Are you the whale pushing SPY up today, Bravo? Says he's going to add Visa and IWM, which is the Russell. So nice. Visa and IWM. That'll be nice. Russell should be pretty good if these growth stocks get back up. I like the Russell. I think it's a little underrated. Oh, look at QQQ today. Wow, big drop down. Yeah, tech is probably going to get hit hard. Big tech. Yeah, it's a pretty bad drop, though, with Blink here. It was looking so hot this week and then just turned right over on us. You never want to see a turnover quite like that. See some of the cruise lines and airlines today, maybe. CCL, RCL, yeah, they're coming back pretty well. Still looking crazy. Let's see RCL here. Yeah, RCL's just not doing much. Yeah, it's not doing too much today. It's trying to come back, but I don't know. It's not my favorite move. How about Boeing? Looking all right. Let's go look at the stock heat map today. Let's refresh it. Wow, yeah, red across the board besides Pfizer and some of those healthcare stocks we talked about earlier. Damn, cigarettes are doing well. PM. Philip Morris. Wow, look at Philip Morris here. I I know they say cigarette companies do pretty well throughout times of recession and stuff, but I just... that's tough to hold them, though. I don't really believe in the cigarette industry too much, so I guess I won't hold them, but... the industry of cigarettes. I like it. That's funny. Hey, good morning, Xbox. Thanks for joining up here today. The market's been pretty whack so far, you know, very mixed, up and down on the SPY, at least ever since market open. Very up and down. FedEx really had some bad news yesterday, and right when the market closed, we saw a huge drop down. They got rid of guidance. It's like they did some earnings there. I mean, it was rough, guys. 33% down on the EPS. I mean, damn. That is rough. I didn't think they reported yet, but that could just be the guidance that they're showing here. Maybe they did report. Either way, though, the main thing and the main reason why they're going down is honestly the bad statements from the CEO, and then they took away their guidance. Honestly, they withdrew their 2023 guidance. Terrible news. They're closing 90 offices and 5 corporate locations. That is just terrible, terrible, terrible news for a company like this. And they did report EPS. There we go. They did. So that's what it was. Poor FedEx, though. Yeah, and then the CEO came out and talked about going into a global recession and all this stuff. So it's just terrible news in the short term for FedEx, SPY, QQQ, Amazon, because they deal a lot with shipping and stuff too. Yeah, like look at Amazon follow the market down last night. FedEx was the real quick thing, though. It kicked it all off. Then it just slowly tumbled and went more and more into the red. Iranical says I'm buying SCHD for the long term. SCHD. Interesting. SCHD. Schwab, U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. I have to look this up on FinViz. Let's see. SCHD. It pays a dividend yield of 3.28%. That's not bad. Definitely not bad. I kind of like that. 3.28%, right in the middle of the dividend range. Yeah, if you buy it at the right price, I think it's a really good thing. For now, though, what I will say is that it seems like it got a little bit overextended in my eyes, and it looks like we'll fall below 70 and try to retest something on this. I do like it, though, Iranical. I like the dividend on it. I just feel like the timing is a little rough, but if you're averaging in, you're good, I think. Keisha says, looking at an intraday move on Para or Paramount Global. Nice. I like Paramount. I watch Paramount Plus quite a bit. I like the Bar Rescue and some of that stuff. Yeah, PARA trying to pop above 2340. Intraday, that would be a good move if we could break that. Honestly, even if we could get up above like 2310. I think it could be a pretty good play too. Like right where we're at. I like that. And Bravo says, okay, Disney, VOO, IWM, V, about a few shares of each. Plan on buying again when we drop at the close. I noticed the market has been dropping at the close on the daily for the past 2 to 3 days. Yeah, hopefully it happens again, Bravo. I'm not sure if it will, though. I see exactly what you're saying, though. But yeah, big drops down towards the end of the day. It might happen again today. Who knows? What I will say is today, SPY is pretty low. I will say SPY is very, very low right now, though. Yeah, 23.10 Keisha on Paramount. I think that'll be pretty good right here. It's like trying to break it right now. It's really, really close. I wouldn't consider this a break yet, but I think I think it might happen though. You'll see AMD again today. Yeah, coming up a little bit. Ever so slightly. Xbox says, why not hope for a green? That's mainly just because puts. You know, people are in the puts, so I'd rather play the market down right now personally, especially with these big breaks down below support and stuff. Plus, with the market being so red lately, I feel like just playing green is just not the smart way to go. You know, like everything's been red lately, and I feel like just trying to play green is going to be pretty tough. So I'm in puts, and I'm kind of hoping for more red movement myself. And I think that's going to happen. It's just, it might not happen intraday today, probably next week. But, because honestly, today, the move was already so good. Like, SPY closed yesterday at 388, and we just after market open, we hit 382.20. That's an insane low. Yeah, that's the only reason, though. I do hope we go green. It's just, in the short term, with all the red going on, it's just, puts are the way. It's a tough market right now. Tough to play. AMD has a big resistance right here at like 76. I'll say this, if AMD is able to break that 76 resistance here, might be able to get a little bit of an intraday like green play to the upside. If you see like this little double top here get broken, might be able to play some quick green on that or something. Might not be bad. Bravo says, hey, I don't think it's a bad entry here, but again, we could get an even better entry if we drop more. Again, this year, what you do is buy the market and short if you can. Next 2 to 5 years, you get your W. Yeah, exactly, Bravo. I think that's a really smart thing, smart way to say it. Buy in for the long term right now. Maybe in the shorter term, fire off some puts to like hedge your longer term plays. And yeah, I think like he says, in the next 2 to 5 years, you'll catch some good green. Smart way to trade, Bravo. It's really smart. Also, don't forget about selling puts, and then when you have shares, also don't forget about selling covered calls as well. Can't forget about those things. I think those will be very important and very influential. It'll be nice to see all that go on. DraftKings Daily still looks pretty good. All right. I'm going to have to call you G, but G says the short Airbnb today for a swing trade. Let's see, Airbnb. Let's see, short Airbnb for a swing. You know, I don't think that's a bad way to play, honestly, here on Airbnb. Because today, Airbnb looks like it's probably going to hold up off its low. It might come up and try to, like, retest 122 or maybe 123. And if you see Airbnb move up and hit off of one of those two levels and then start to fall back down, I think if you can get an entry on a short up here at, like, 123... I think you'd be getting it at a really good time, G. So, you know, Airbnb is not bad for a short, in my opinion. I would just wait till I see a solid bounce off of, like I said, a solid resistance. Right now, intraday, we're already pretty low. We had a pretty big gap down. I would not be surprised if Airbnb, like I said, came back up to 122 or 123 before going lower. So that's how I look at it on G. Bravo says, remember what I told you about oil last year? I mentioned it to Tom too. Look at oil now. I still see oil good next year, and then it sells. Yeah, I mean, oil is one of those crazy markets. Oil is a crazy market. That is cool. That is good it ran though, Bravo. I hope you made a killing on it. I hope you were holding some Zom and Oxy and, you know, Gush and stuff like that. GUSH. Hopefully you were into some nice plays. I know it did quite well. I did pretty good on Zom on the way up a couple times, but I wish I would have held more, honestly. Wish I would have trusted it more on the oil. That was really insane whenever crude oil went negative on the futures for a while. That was nuts. This shows it got really low, but that was just a glitch. Bravo says, I'm still in CVX and Zom. Made 60 to 50% return on my profits. Wow, now that's really good. Glad you're up that much, Bravo. That's quite a bit. Nice plays. 50 to 60%. You'd have to be in at like 45 bucks on this thing. Wow. Yeah, you're probably in somewhere down here. Somewhere below 64, I'm sure. Nice plays though, Bravo. Those are really nice. I will say, oil's been worrying me a little bit more lately. I'm not sure how much higher I see it going the next couple years. Pretty big rejection and double top up here at 105. If it starts rejecting and falling back down towards 64, I would be happy with that, but hopefully that doesn't happen for your sake. Bravo says I entered Zom at 55 and CVX at 88. 55? Wow, that's really low. Really good entry on Zom. Let's see. CVX at 88. Let's see. Yeah, really nice. That one's even better. Percentage-wise here. I think. Yeah, it moved up higher at the high. That's huge, Bravo. Really nice. Yeah, that was really low on this one. You had to get it on the almost right after COVID on this one. Those are some nice moves, Bravo. Nice longer term pickups there. I will say though, I'm not as optimistic for the next couple years as you are though on oil. I think it did good recently, but we'll have to see what it ends up doing here. With inflation and everything expected to stay high, it could definitely go up. I would not be surprised if it went higher. Bravo says, I know everyone's hating on AMD, but I believe that's a wonderful entry IMO. But again, average in slowly. Yeah, I mean, I see the thing is with AMD is I see it easily falling out under 70, like easily falling under 70. So right now, to me, it's not a good entry yet. But that's just because, in my opinion, we're going to be falling under here. But like you said, if you average in slowly, I think it'll be good. But right now, yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, I don't think it sells next year, but maybe at the beginning of the year. I could see oil falling off like maybe at the very beginning of 2023 or something, starting to fall down there. I don't see it going much higher though, honestly. I'd bet a lot on that one. If it breaks, like for example, if Zom breaks that all-time high here, I'd be pretty damn surprised. Hopefully it happens, and then you can come back and tell me I was wrong. But if it doesn't happen, you also better come back. Come back and say Tom messed up. I like the AMD play, though. I think AMD is better. Oil's good for you because you own it at such a good price. You can just buy and hold. I would never recommend anybody else buy it right now, though. Way too high, in my opinion. Hopefully AMD bounces here, though, Bravo. I'm really going to be eyeing up this support here. That's going to be the main thing I'm looking at, too. I've been eyeing up AMD and NVIDIA both for big, longer-term plays. They just keep breaking lower and lower and lower and lower. The question is how low are they going to go? That is the question, but... yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Seriously, I appreciate the nice conversations. Bravo's got me thinking about some longer-term entries here now. Got me rethinking averaging into a few of these stocks. But yeah, thanks. Bravo, Iranical, G, Xbox, Kenya, Keisha, of course, Booshing Off, Mike Chang, Drake, Vicky, Bill W, Elias, Jamie. I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. I hope I didn't miss any questions. I know I might have missed one or two in there. I'm sorry, but lots of questions in the chat here. Lots of good conversations about longer term plays. I hope these oil plays continue to do well for Bravo here. Hopefully they can start to move up. I'm not quite as bullish on oil this year, but I thought the past couple years have been great. Iranical says GDX is in a great price. GDX. What do I think? You know, I feel like gold should be doing a lot better than it's doing right now, but we just keep seeing the dollar move higher and higher and higher, and it's having a negative impact on GDX and on gold. And also, like, bonds are just becoming more, more enticing to trade. So, I don't know. It's getting crazier in the market now. Money's moving around in a bad way almost. I like GDX. I feel like you're getting it at a pretty good price down here. And honestly, I think you're smart to average into this one. Kind of like what Bravo keeps saying to do. I think that with the way GDX has been falling down, you could start to average in and start to play a pop back up here eventually. And with inflation staying higher, I would think that money starts to flow into gold, especially sometime soon as fear starts to creep in. But it's weird. Gold has been kind of moving with the market lately. It's been very strange. But in my opinion, I think gold should start to go back up sometime soon. I just can't believe what I'm seeing on the chart with gold. The issue also, Iranical, with gold or GLD or anything like it, like GDX, is that when you're looking at GDX, for example, the issue is that gold was at peak highs during all of the Russia stuff. That's whenever the peak fear was really going on. Right now, I feel like people just aren't quite as fearful. Like, no one's buying into gold and hedging their positions with it. And I feel like that's a problem right now. Hopefully that starts to change, though. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up. Have a good rest of your day. If you have any good profits, post it in the profits channel on Discord, and we can start to hype it up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And of course, I'll be